Okay, today we're going to talk about how to create a chop mark. Now I have my brainstorms right here. Okay, so I would have turned these in, got my brainstorm. The main thing is that with the chop mark, it has to be backwards for it to make sense. What this is we put this on the bottom of our pots to mark them so that we know whose is whose. Okay, so this is one of the designs I've done in the past, and I could sign it with a B, and it's a B stamp. Okay, also here's another one that's just a B, so that I would know it was my pot. Okay, this is what it would look like finished and fired. Okay, we're using terracotta clay, so ours will be darker, but do the same thing. We don't glaze these. Now, to start off, I'm going to have a block of clay. I've already kneaded this, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to kind of roll it into a coil, and then I'm going to flatten the ends and just tap the ends of the surface there. Okay. Now with this is all I would do for day one. I would shape this outside to what I wanted it to be, and it depends on how big you want your chop mark to be. Okay, this one's pretty short. It's kind of up to you, whatever you want to handle. Okay, but you have two designs. You'll do one on each side. One must be to mark your pieces to understand, so that we know it's yours. So it needs to be identifying in the fact of it has your initials or something like that when you finish with it. The other side can be decorative, like a little symbol, so B for my first name. It could be to where you do a texture, so when you put it in your piece, it would make a certain texture for fun later, if you'd like. Now, so if I roll this out, now I've got to wait for this to get leather hard. Okay, right now I can put an indent in it, so it's not going to be easy to carve. So I have another piece here that is leather hard, so when I press into it, okay, it holds its form, it holds its shape, and I'll get some of the little stencils out. Okay, and I'll look at my example. Now the main thing is it has to be backwards. So when I carve, I could take my sketch, set it on top, and kind of give myself a little indentation. Okay, or I can choose to freehand it. Now, whatever I'm carving away is the stuff that will not show up. So everything that I leave raised, will be what presses in to my clay. Okay? So I'm just going to do a BF for my first and last name. Plain and simple. Okay, and then I would remove with different tools. I'm going to remove everything else. Around my BF. It doesn't matter how smooth the background is there. You want it just removed enough to where your stamp, or you're also in the ceramics world, this is a chop mark, so that your chop mark shows up. Oops, sorry. Okay, so this would be the F removed, so that when I was to stamp in, it might be too right now, but I would get an F when we finish.